gang, I'm JP, and this, you don't have to read it, it's visual form, A Planetary Diary, the making of a fan series. Boom!
Hey everybody, welcome to a special episode of A Planetary Step, the making of a fan series. I'm your host, Eric Moran, and with me today is one of the people that brought together the Orville fan community. This gentleman here has an awesome show called Egotastic Fun Time. I am an avid fan of his. He is now our technical advisor for A Planetary Step. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give you the one and only JP from Egotastic Fun Time.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up, Smoke? How you doing? You ready to get this Orville party started?
Always, man. Always. With you, it's always a party. No matter, even when I'm asleep, it's a party.
I wish I could say the same. When I'm asleep, it's usually my brain saying, okay, I'm going to wake you up here in just a second. I know you didn't get enough sleep. Let's go ahead and wake you up.
So, JP, to the audience that doesn't know anything about Egotastic Fun Time, which is kind of hard to believe, can you tell the audience a little bit about your background and about Egotastic Fun Time?
Yeah, Egotastic Fun Time is, I used to be able to say it was a YouTube channel. I used to be able to say it was a YouTube show, but now it is a community, which really is the reason I started doing it. So, you can find me Egotastic Fun Time on YouTube. We also do Twitch multiple times a week for, fans of sci-fi to get together and just talk. We've kind of lost that ability over the years to just sit down and talk with other people, right? About all the nerdy stuff that we love. And I moved out. I'm currently in Oklahoma, in Tulsa, but I'm a Southern California boy. I'm from, the LA area, and I moved out here from Hollywood because it got too damn expensive about a decade ago. So I moved out here, got all set up. But after a couple of years, I realized, man, I really, really, really miss sitting around a table at Starbucks with my friends and just talking about Star Trek and the movies that are coming out and Marvel and this and that and all the nerdy stuff that we like to talk about. So I said, I miss this too much. I need to talk about nerdy stuff and talk with other people about nerdy stuff, have them talk to me as well. So I decided I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And so it took a little while. It took a few years to really get it set up. Eventually it went from, it used to be called Popstalgia. And then I changed it over to Egotastic Fun Time, which is just a weird phrase that I came up with. And we started talking about the Orville. I did a lot of different topics back in the day, but once I started talking about the Orville hit, and I was like, ooh, this is a fun, kind of reminds me of Star Trek in a little bit. It's kind of hitting that button. I started doing Orville videos, and people were actually watching them. And so everything just built from there. We do Orville sketches, we talk about Star Trek, everything nerdy as well. Doom Patrol is going to be the new thing I'm going to be talking about because I'm really excited about Doom Patrol. And but there's lots of Orville sketches, songs, parodies that I do, and weekly conversations all over the place. So it's all about community. People keeping me from being sad and alone is what it's about, and I appreciate it.
Tell the audience how you became our tech advisor and how you became a part of the staff behind the scenes for A Planetary Step.
Very, very simply. It was very, very easy thanks to you. You have been watching my show for a while now. We're talking about Star Trek and the Orville and stuff that we're all into. And you just reached out. You just said, "Hey, man, I like your stuff. Love the Orville. Thinking about doing I want to do a fan film about the Orville because it's a great universe ready to be explored and people are hungry for more stories from that universe." And I said, heck yeah, let me know what you need. And from there, we just started communicating a little bit back and forth. And eventually you sent in a script. And I was like, okay, cool. It's happening now. It's happening. It's a real thing. You put, fingers to keyboard and you wrote something, you sent it to me. I'm like, okay, this is going to be a thing. And I just wanted to make sure, as someone who's just like totally obsessed with the Orville, I wanted to make sure that the comedic tone, which kind of comes from my background, back in Hollywood, I was doing acting and comedy writing, sketch writing. I trained with Second City Hollywood for a couple years, and that's one of the things I loved about the Orville. I'm like, yeah, I kind of understand the comedy pretty well with the Orville, so I just wanted to make sure I saw that in the script limit, so I added some suggestions, and right away you were like, yeah, totally, dude, that sounds great. That's great. So it became a little bit more of a I know with you like your productions to be a little bit more of a communal experience where everyone gets to have a little bit of say and give suggestions to make everything better, which is something I'm totally about, because these fan films and pretty much everything you do with other people, it just is better when as a communal experience. Like Captain Mercer said on the Orville, we all do better when we all do better. And that's how it started. You, buddy, you reaching out and saying, hey, let's do a thing. And I said, okay.
One of the things that, this is like one of the things like a lot of people that, like myself, that tune in, I mean, you do so much within the Orville community. Overall, this the fan community as a whole, like, as far as like everything from Star Trek to, like you said, talking about TV shows and all. I think for me, observing and watching you and as much positivity you bring into the fan community, especially into the Orville community, what do you have coming up for those people that are fans of Egotastic Fun Time, or people that are just starting to become avid fans, or people that are introduced to Egotastic Fun Time? What do you have coming up in the near future for people to tune in, and where can they follow you at?
Oh, I'm all over the place now. Egotastic Fun Time on Twitter is very active. Egotastic Fun Time on Twitch is extremely active. And then, of course, Egotastic Fun Time on YouTube has weekly content. And if you need to find me, you can try to type in Egotastic Fun Time on the internet. But a lot of times you could just type in the Orville, and something of mine will usually show up. Every week on Egotastic Fun Time, besides on Twitch, besides having a live 3-hour conversation with everyone about the Orville, which always leads into everything geeky and sci-fi. The Orville is a great bridge for that, for getting a positive community out there to talk about nerdy stuff. We also do a weekly watch party on Twitch. So we'll watch episodes of Star Trek films, other films as well. We watched the original Stargate movie last week. And we just watch these things that we love, and we talk about it the whole time. And I also do a couple times a month an all-day watch party of like an entire season of a show. So coming up soon is Upload Season 1 watch party from Amazon. That's a great show. But yeah, just check out the YouTube channel. I'll be there for you.
JP, we want to thank you for coming on to the show, taking some time, because we know, I know you have a busy schedule, and I know you have to put these into place as far as what you do and everything else. So I appreciate you coming out to the show. Anytime.
If it's an opportunity to chat with somebody who's also a positive fan of nerdiness, I'll be there.
Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And for everyone else, those who love this episode, make sure you hit subscribe, like, tell your friends, tell your family, and we can't wait for the next episode of A Planetary Step. And stay tuned for a new episode coming up next week. And again, we want to thank JP for coming on, and I want to thank all of you for tuning in. And remember, make every step a planetary one. Until next week. You guys.